Hey guys, don't forget to go rate this podcast on iTunes or the Apple Podcast app. We'd also love it if you'd email us any questions about today's show at asksoshesaid@gmail.com. And if you could follow our Instagram page at So She Said Show, we'd love you forever. And without further ado, let's get this party started. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of So She Said. Today we are going to be talking about love at first sight. So let's just start off by giving a brief definition here. Love at first sight is a personal experience and a common trope in literature. A person, character, or speaker feels an instant, extreme, and ultimately long-lasting romantic attraction for a stranger upon the first sight of that stranger. Described by poets and critics since the emergence of ancient Greece, falling in love at first sight has become one of the most common tropes of Western fiction. There's psychological factors involved here too, but today I think we're just going to talk about Miss Ariana Grande and how she has become engaged to this man who she's been dating for 2 weeks. So how do we feel about this? Is love at first sight a real thing?
My vote is no, dog.
It's a no for you?
It's a no for me all the way around.
Okay.
I even think you sound crazy telling me that you fell in love at first sight.
I mean, like, for someone to become engaged after 2 weeks, I mean, you don't even know if you're pregnant within 2 weeks, honestly.
Yo, so what are you doing? Like, I'm going to spend forever with you. Oh my God, I don't even know what your feet smell like. Or I don't know how you live at your apartment. Is it a wreck? I never met your grandma, but I'm signing up to just become a part of your family. Fuck out of here.
It's extreme. I'm wondering, like, if they knew each other beforehand, maybe they were friends, and like now, like, they decided to date, and like it's just going so well. Because this isn't the first time ever that something like this has happened before.
Chloe and Lamar is the most recent memory I have of this.
They got married within 2 weeks of dating?
No, they got like engaged after they were together for like 2-3 weeks, and then they were married in less than like 4 or 5 months.
Okay, but how long did their marriage last for?
A few years. They were married for a while, but it was like y'all could have just been boyfriend and girlfriend, and this would have been much simpler.
I mean, without putting like a union on it or whatever.
To me, if you actually go through with the process of getting married, right, like in a church with the whole shebang, you clearly believe in some higher power, right? Because if not, you wouldn't have put on the fucking show. You could have went to the court and got married for $60. But you put on the whole production, so that's showing me that you're somewhat invested in this and that you believe in some sort of higher power. So why did you invite your whole fucking family to lie in front of them and the God that you believe in, saying that you're going to be with this person forever?
I mean, maybe it's not a lie. Who are we to say it's a lie?
It is a lie because nowhere in that do they say...
But they don't go into it thinking that it's a lie, so then how are they lying?
But this is why it's a lie for me. And this is just my opinion. Y'all don't have to agree with it. It's a lie because all the words that they're telling you is not just cute shit. You're making a promise. And it's saying in sickness and in health, for better or worse, blah, 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 blah. And most of the time when you people get divorced, it's some real surface level shit. So what happened to all the promises you made in front of your family when you was wearing the outfit? All of a sudden now, because you're here and you're not dressed up and nobody's watching you, like, I don't need this shit.
True, but I mean, how much does an engagement really mean these days?
That's the whole point. That's all I'm saying. If you don't believe in that, why are you taking it that far? Just fuck and live together and sin.
Instead of getting engaged?
Instead of getting married. Because getting engaged, the point of it is to eventually get married.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that's like a nigga giving you a promise ring.
That's what it's become now because people don't give a fuck.
It's like a placeholder. Like, yeah, I'm going to just propose to her and then I'll get to it eventually.
Not with me, dog. You give me a ring. If we're not getting married, like, within the month, don't give me a ring because I'm fucking who I want. I'm going where I want. I'm doing what I want, period.
I mean, because technically, yeah, like the ring.
I'm your girlfriend with a nice piece of jewelry now. If I put it on the other hand, it doesn't mean marriage. All of a sudden, I can do what I want.
Very true.
Get out of here.
Let's go into the psychological conceptions. So it says research has shown 2 bases for love at first sight. The first is that the attractiveness of a person can be quickly determined, with the average time in one study being 0.13 seconds. The second is that the first few minutes, but not the first moment, of a relationship has shown to be predictive of the relationship's future success, more so than what two people have in common or whether they like each other. And then on the other hand, it says infatuation, not to be confused with love at first sight, is a state of being carried away by an unreasoned passion or assumed love.
Boom. That's what you people have when you're saying you got love at first sight.
But it's just interesting that it says the first is it says the first, I don't know what this shit's saying. It's saying within the first 13 seconds, the second is determined of the first, I don't know.
It doesn't matter because love is not scientific and they're measuring love off the chemicals in your brain. And sure, if I'm a fucking nerd, that may make some type of sense and it may hold some type of weight. But they said themselves in that video that the chemical reactions that you have for lust and love are basically the same. Like chemically, there's really no difference.
What video?
On this video about whether or not love at first sight is real. It was this guy going through the whole scientific spiel about it. And he basically said, point blank, love and lust in the brain are the same thing. There's a slight difference sometimes. So that's what I'm telling you, people. You have lust at first sight. Love is something that takes time to grow, to nurture, to fucking like garden like a plant. You don't love nobody when you day one. Because if your car set on fire, I bet you would get out of that motherfucker and you wouldn't be looking to the side to see if your new boyfriend is okay.
Right.
And love wouldn't do that.
True, but so I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever been in love. So I'm just looking at it from a scientific perspective because I find it interesting and I follow science. And I think that it holds an important place in our world today. But
love is an emotion. I agree with science, almost everything else. Like I'm not religious at all. You can't tell me anything about Jesus. I don't believe it. But you cannot put science on an emotion. Like, do you have science behind hate? Because there's a lot of bitches that I haven't even met like that, and I hate them.
There probably is a science behind hate.
But look, it wouldn't be that, like I would not bet money on that because it's an emotion and emotions change and they're different. And I feel like when you try to like calculate them down, you're not going to get the same result all the time.
True. But then, okay, so there's people that have arranged marriages.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling y'all that love at first sight shit you have is fake. Because people are in arranged marriages. They never even met the person. So, and they're not coming to me telling me that they love them just because they met at their fucking wedding. You are. These people told me, and they've been together longer than any relationship that you love at first sight people have ever had. These arranged marriage people are together 20, 30 years, and they're telling me, oh, when I first met Joe, I hated him. I couldn't stand him. But weeks went by, months went by, we got closer. We got to know each other. Oh, this traumatic event happened.
So you don't think there's people that met that are now like together, have been together for a very long time. They're like, oh, I knew she was the one when I first met her.
I feel like they say that now.
Okay.
You know?
I mean, I know somebody personally that just got with their girlfriend and he's saying like, oh yeah, it just feels right. I just think she's the one. I want to be with her for a while. Like, not even for a while. He's like, she's the one.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, wow, like, you know that like after 2 weeks of talking to her that she's the one?
Come back to me in 2 years and tell me if you still are that certain. And that sure, I find that these people, they're not around in 2 years. I've been with the same person since high school. I've seen you people come, and we've broken up a bunch of times, but I've seen you, the rest of you people, I've seen you come and go, okay? And you don't even begin to care about the person on the deep level that I've seen people care about each other. It's very surface, like, oh, she's the one because she makes me so happy every time I see her. She looks good, she smells good. Oh my gosh, she's always has encouraging words. Like, throw a lost job in that mix. Throw a she don't have a leg no more in that mix. Throw a she's in the hospital for 6 months in that mix. Then tell me about you guys' love, and I'll listen. But we not in love. We walking on the beach every day, and we got balloons and all that.
I'm just trying to figure out where the concept even came from.
People saying shit like that, like, oh my God, I loved her as soon as I saw her. Like the military people back in like the 40s and 50s and maybe before, they used to like meet each other at the little USO dance and then get married that night and then he goes off to war.
So back to science, they said that men often fall in love a lot quicker, and they have seen studies where men claim they've fallen in love at first sight. I wonder what that is exactly. Like
Dick talk.
Dick talk.
Dick talk. I saw that girl. My dick likes her. I like her too. What's up?
My dick nodded yes when she walked down the street, and I just knew that was the one for
And
me.
I agree with my dick. Like, look at her. Wow. Can she cook? Oh, I really love her.
Oh my God. Is it that simple?
Have you met any men? Like, yes.
Ah.
What do you mean?
Okay, so William Shakespeare just came up with this because his dick nodded yes to Juliet walking down the street.
No, he was trying to sell tickets to that playhouse. You got to get them bills paid. So if these people want to find out about some fanciful thing that like really doesn't exist in their lives, but maybe it might exist somewhere out there for others.
They had bills back then?
Hell yeah, they have.
Maybe it was just gold coins instead of dollars.
It was definitely gold coins.
Okay.
Gold pieces even, probably not even coins.
But they didn't have like electricity and shit, so who's gonna turn your lights off? You feel me? Like what real bills did you really have?
I was just fucked up.
You ain't had no gas. You didn't have no electricity. What bills
definitely
was
have no
Shakespeare?
Wi-Fi.
What bills was Shakespeare paying? Tell me.
Rent, food.
I'm sorry. Rent. Bills are. Food isn't a bill.
It is.
You don't have to pay it to a company.
You gotta pay to eat.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying you don't have to pay the food company. You don't gotta pay like I pay Edison every fucking month or the Southern California Gas Company. That's different.
Are you mad because they got less responsibility?
You could kill a chicken in your backyard in the medieval times.
But you had to buy that chicken. Where do you think the chicken came from?
But okay, but still, it's not like whatever.
You getting mad because they got less responsibility?
Yes, I'm mad because I have an electricity bill, I have a gas bill. Okay, like sometimes you have to pay water and trash. They didn't have a fucking trash bill. What bills did y'all really have? That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's why they was talking about that love at first sight shit. But now with Ariana, because she lives in a mansion. I don't know where Pete Davidson lives with his SNL money.
Oh, that's the dude?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is my thing. I feel like Ariana has a hankering for like the drug addicts and the bad boys because Mac Miller, former drug addict, seems like he still hasn't shaken the full habit. And this guy, Pete Davidson, is also a former drug addict.
I too have a thing for the bad boys. I don't know what it is. I still haven't learned my lesson apparently.
Leave these thugs alone.
Just
girl.
stop being fucking attractive. Goddamn.
They're attractive because that's all they have going for themselves.
That's it. But yeah, I mean, none of that was love at first sight. I mean, that hasn't happened to me, but I'm just saying, like,
maybe it was lust at first sight, and the scientist guy is telling you it's the same thing.
So that's what's so interesting to me, though, is that he's saying that lust and love come from the same part of the brain. So what differentiates the two?
Love, that's what I'm saying, is your stick-to-itiveness. Lust is you
stick-to-itiveness.
Yes. Like your willingness to stick it the fuck out. Because love is a dark, dangerous, long road, okay? It's not for the weak.
Maybe that's why I'm avoiding the shit.
Lust is easy. You look good, I look good. What's up? Let's get it popping right now.
It's easier.
And I don't care about what happens to you tomorrow. I don't care if you got food at your house, gas in your car, whatever. Get out. The lust has now passed. When you love somebody, you kind of care about their future and like how they feel.
You said get out.
Get the fuck out.
Oh. I felt that way.
I bet. It was no love there. At all. It was a lust.
Get out right now.
And then lust has a shorter shelf life too. Like if you're just in lust with somebody and they do some shit you don't like, you quickly become out of lust with them. Like, hold up. Did you just underperform right now?
Yeah.
I'm about to call somebody else. I don't need this.
That's
not love.
That happens. It does. And then you be over it. Or like you see that they're just like a dirty person or they didn't wipe their mouth or they don't know how to use utensils or some bullshit. And you just be instantly turned off. You're just like, you're raggedy. I'm not trying to fuck with you no more. This was fun.
We told y'all like episode 1 or 2 that Asha hates being embarrassed. Like
I hate that shit. Do not go in a public setting with me and then just pull out all the stupid factors. Like you couldn't tell me up front that you're a raggedy ass person.
That you chew with your mouth open.
Ugh. Now we got all these people staring, looking, judging me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, well, damn, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't know this person was this way.
I mean, the lineup was tight. The outfit was okay. I wasn't expecting this behavior.
You know, like the initial first interview went okay, but
oh my God. I saw this meme that said, like, if we dated and we never had sex, like, don't tell people you dated me. I was interviewing.
Yeah.
And you not pass it.
And if the sex wasn't good, don't tell anybody that we talked. I'm sorry.
I feel like if the sex was bad for a girl,
look, I think Cardi B said it. She's like, yeah, like a girl has to have sex with you like 3 times to know if the sex is good, to know if the dick is good. And then she's like, a dude just has to fuck 1 time. A girl has to fuck 3 times to know. Like, she's like, because the first time might be tricky. You guys are still learning each other or whatever. The second time, you kind of get in there. But if the third time is trash, then your dick is trash.
Yeah, throw it away.
Period.
Throw it away, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not giving you 3 tries either. That's a lot.
Yeah, 3 is two. If you don't redeem yourself by the second time from the first time, I'm sorry.
Because I'll give you 1 try to be nervous.
Yes.
But time number 2, I need you to man up.
Oh, gosh. This is going to turn into a sex conversation now.
I mean, that's clearly why they're engaged, because they're doing a lot of fucking, because they're not talking 2 weeks. Oh, we're going to get married. All y'all doing is fucking.
And the dick must be fire. She's like, we engaged. I'm so happy. Oh my God, this is babe.
Introduce him to your family and shit.
I'm on her end too. She must have some good poon, because this nigga gave her a ring. 2 weeks?
Look it.
Ariana, what the fuck are you doing, girl? Me and you need to sit down and have a conversation. You got a proposal 2 weeks into the shit.
So let me, I'll throw a little caveat in this.
I'm just saying.
I haven't seen baby on Instagram with no ring yet, and she loves to show off. All I saw was a tattoo of her initials, AG.
Okay, so maybe it's just the media like speculating and shit or whatever.
I don't know, but I feel like you were just with Mac Miller. You're like, y'all were wearing couples costumes.
Listen, I get a ring. I'm like Beyonce with it.
Look it.
You gonna the hand twirl, nails done. You're gonna see every picture of me. Like, oh my God, like just so you can see my ring.
I'm gonna be holding cups in my picture, holding pins,
throwing up gang signs just so you can see the shit.
Hate on me if you want. A girl I know posted a video of her shit, like, look at my ring in the light. So if she had something, she would be showing us. I don't feel like she has it. And then, like I said, she's fresh off the breakup with Mac Miller. So how are you just engaged?
Yeah.
Are you misplacing this love?
Didn't she date Big Sean too?
Yes, she did. And he cheated on her. Or no, he was cheating with Ariana Grande from Naya Rivera.
Oh,
and that's why that got messy. And then he broke up with Ariana Grande saying that she's too immature. But look at her. She looks like she's 12.
She has a fucking ponytail and she's grown as fuck.
And she has this ponytail every single fucking day. And it's in the same position. And it's the same. Oh, gosh. She's like a cartoon.
Okay, so here's my ponytail theory. Maybe she has like an attached ponytail. You know how like we're black girls and sometimes we want a little ponytail, so we get the little hair sewn onto the little bun or whatever. Maybe she has a on purposely placed ponytail. You don't think so?
I would agree with you if I didn't see her with the half up, half down and still have the fucking
Hold
ponytail.
up, they got half up, half down weaves now.
They do, but she clearly don't have a weave. Like, she's clearly...
She could have pieces. I'm not saying it's impossible.
I'm not saying that she doesn't have pieces.
She got tracks.
Hell yeah, she got tracks. Have you seen that ponytail with like a horse tail? Okay. That's not her hair.
Okay, it's full. That's what I'm saying.
Why you getting your hair done the same way every time? I feel like you in that Taylor Swift zone. Remember when Taylor Swift used to have them same fucking curls, them wand curls, everywhere she went, all the time?
She definitely needs like a style update. Pretty girl, but she actually has a Mariah Carey-esque voice. But I feel like she needs to own her Mariah Carey-ness and just be like full-blown diva, get something done to say you're this bitch. I don't know.
Like, show us.
Exactly, because the ponytail is just a little bit down for me. But anywho... I don't know. Maybe these two will go the distance. We're going to have to wait and see. Let's see in another 2 weeks if the engagement is off.
Because that's all I'm giving y'all. 2 weeks. You haven't even been to his family reunion. Like, you don't know if his parents is fucked up. Or you don't know if he has, like, weird behaviors. Or if he fucking snores at night. Or if he wears a sleep apnea mask. These are things you don't know in 2 weeks.
I wonder if snoring is a deal breaker for me. I've never had it happen, but, like... Listen, I remember being a kid and going places like on vacation with my parents, and my dad snores so loud, and like would be in the same room and stuff, and like me and my brother, we would just be up mad because he's like, And I'm like, God damn, Mom. Like, how do you sleep next to that every night, dude?
Look it. Sleep is my favorite thing. Next to weed, I only really care about sleep. So if you are gonna do something to come between me and my sleep, that's definitely gonna be a deal breaker. And if you snore, I'm just trying my best to go to sleep before you. But if I so happen to wake up and you snoring, I'm fucking with you. Because now you're gonna be awake and I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna be fine. And you're
I
gonna deal with
might
that
kick
snore.
you just to wake your ass up. Pull a Tanisha. I ain't get no sleep because of y'all.
Y'all ain't getting no sleep because of me, okay? No, my G, you're about to wake up because I'm up.
You go on the couch and I'm going to stay in the bed.
No, you can stay in this bed, but I just need like 5 minutes so I can fall asleep and you work out that snoring shit on your own because that's not my problem.
Yeah. Listen, and I've slept through earthquakes and very severe situations before, so I clearly can sleep through anything. But like snoring, I can't get through it. But like you said, like it's just like little shit that you learn about a person over time. Because you really, I guess you can't learn a person that quickly at all.
It's humanly impossible. It's no slight on you or on him. You just can't know a person in that much time.
Yeah.
Even think about dating. Like if any of you have dated a person for maybe 6 months, right? And then y'all broke up. That first 2-3 months, it was probably like a holiday, like a vacation.
That should be the best.
All the time.
Oh my God, the honeymoon phase is the best. She'd be like, oh my God, girl, I just met this guy. He's so nice to me. He taking me all these places I ain't never been before. You know what I mean? Like,
right? And then when y'all fuck, and then everything starts to go a little left. Like y'all going to less nice restaurants. You're going out less. Now y'all just kicking it at the house. Maybe you got to kick it with some of his homeboys that you don't like. Maybe you had to go to some family function that you would have rather been left out from.
oof.
And then all of a sudden that love that you had starts to dwindle.
Yeah.
Real at a rapid pace. All of a sudden that old boo hits your phone up and you're like, hey, I mean, it wasn't that bad. We broke up, but it wasn't like that. Like maybe I could go back.
Shut up.
So don't play yourselves. Like, don't try to sell me this. I love him so much. You love him now.
How can she love him now?
Call me at Christmas time. Clearly she's loving him because they getting married.
But you just said it's not love. You just said it's lust, my nigga.
I'm saying that. Some people are dumb.
Okay.
Some people believe their emotions and they lead with their emotions. I lead with my brain because my emotions aren't shit.
My emotions are dumb as fuck. They've just proven
They've led me astray too many times.
Yes. Yeah, my brain's always the right one.
My emotions had me taking the bus to Compton at night.
Ooh, girl.
Okay. What the fuck?
Taking real risk.
Taking chances. My brain would never allow that. My brain would be like, whoa, Tam, we don't need this.
On
we don't
the
need
run,
that.
for real, for real. Listen.
Come on, guys. And I also thought I was in love. Boom. So fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, there's plenty of times we think. And then you go back and revisit those situations and you're like, oh, hell to the no.
That was not love. And also what I want to say is it's not really love if after you like have a real hate for the person. Because like real love kind of, even if y'all break up badly, you kind of still want that person to be okay in some way. Like, hey, I don't want you to be with me.
I feel like sometimes though, like hate stems from love. Like you may have loved this person and then they just fucked up that much to the point that now you hate this person.
Okay, I kind of sympathize with that because I don't feel like I ever really, really hated a person that I didn't like have a relationship with. Like I used to be like, oh, I hate her. But no, like the
deep hate, like when I see you or see your name, I'm just going to get an anger growing inside me. A fire is going to ignite inside me. So don't even cross my fucking path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like hate stems from love. Like you can't even really hate a person if you didn't really fuck with them at one point.
That's what I'm agreeing with.
So if I don't hate you and you did some little whatever
but it's still
shit.
like I hate you, but I'm like, I don't want you to die.
What?
Like, I wouldn't kill you. I hate you, but, like, I'm not wishing bad on you. If some bad shit happens, like, I might eat some chips and be happy. But I'm not.
Petty.
I'm not out actively.
That's just called being petty. That's not.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
I'm like, look, maybe karma is just giving you what you deserve. I don't know. I'm just a spectator.
Basically. I mean, I don't know. But Ariana, girl, whatever you're doing, just be cautious.
Get a prenup, because I feel like he broker than you. And you need to protect your asses. Don't let no nigga Federline you out here. Remember Britney Spears.
Did he take any of her money?
Hell yeah, he took her money. He's still taking her money. She has to pay him child support.
Real nigga. No.
Right? Fucking Justin Timberlake ass nigga. He played her. Oops, I did it again. Fuck that. You better protect the check, Ariana. We could be in love, but sign this paper real quick.
True. But Ariana's got way more bread than SNL.
Come on, and you're not on SNL every day. Like, you on sometimes. I don't know what that writer's check looks like. And you live in New York. New York is expensive. I don't know what's going on with your financial situation. Yeah. And he used to be on drugs.
He's probably a fuckboy. Probs. I mean, I don't want to be negative about the shit. I wish you all the happiness in the world. If you can really be happy with a person, then fuck it. Be happy. Ignore what the world's saying. Be in this moment.
I'm all about that. Just don't make it more
be in the
than what
moment. Because me personally, I'm an overthinker. And I will overthink the shit until I find a reason to...
And like talk yourself out of it.
Yes. I will overthink it to the point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm getting too deep. It's not what I think it is. I'm just going to end the shit right here and now. Hey, this is cool. I just think that we should, probably just go our own way because this, that, and the third, because I'm scared to death. I think I'm scared to fall in love, to be honest with you. So I cut people before the shit even escalates to that point,
Yeah. Well, we've talked about this before.
Ariana, I would be terrified right now. I'd be like, holy shit. I would probably be calling you right now like, damn, this nigga wants to marry me. What am I going to do? Calm down, Asha. Maybe you should.
Yeah, do you want to get married? How do you feel about it? Do you like him? What I was going to say is I feel like we talked about this before. We both said it's hard to be vulnerable, right? So being in love is the ultimate level of vulnerability because it's literally you're jumping out the window and you're hoping that person is going to catch you over and over and over again. So it's super scary. And that's why I don't be believing these brand new ass relationships. You got to show me when some bad shit happens. Because that's when you get out the way and you let that nigga fall on the ground by himself, splat, and you keep it pushing and you find your next contestant.
True.
Let me know, because love is literally catching that person all the time, forever. Your parents have been married for a long ass time. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of falling and a lot of catching. It's not been perfect every single day, but they stick in there together, and that's love. Mm-hmm. I could meet somebody tomorrow that looks better than you. Maybe he got a six pack and you fell off a little bit because you just be here watching TV with me.
But I know you and I fuck with you.
And I fuck with you on some your parents are on some 2-person gang level. Nobody could fuck with the other one. Mm-hmm. They could run a war, they could run a country together. They got each other's back.
Right.
You two know each other for 2 weeks. Just stop.
That's terrifying. I don't know.
Think of it in terms of a parachute. Do you want the person to pull your parachute cord that you only know for 2 weeks? Or maybe would you be more comfortable with somebody you know for 2 years?
Very true.
It's a parachute now. We only got one pull.
I guess it's how people go back to somebody they used to date because it's just comfortable. I'm comfortable around you. I'm comfortable with you. I don't want to start over with a new person. That type of deal, right?
Yeah, because it's especially if you're a person that's hard to get to know and you have a lot of boundaries, a lot of walls up.
Yes.
It's way easier to even build upon what you have and maybe get past some of the fucked up stuff that you feel with somebody that you've known longer. Even if you guys have a tumultuous relationship or whatever, it's easier to work through with that person because there's trust there.
Right.
Whereas it's a new person.
You have to build trust. You're and that, oh God.
It takes time.
Yeah. And that shit's exhausting. Who wants to really start over and get to know a completely new person in an intimate way?
Yes.
It's I'm exhausted. I don't want to do this shit again. Yeah.
And then you could do all of that just to end up still on the out. Okay, I put in this 3-4 months getting to know you, favorite color, what you like to eat, blah, 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 blah. And then month 5, you ain't shit.
I just studied for the test for no damn reason. You failed anyway.
You fucking failed. Okay? Why couldn't you tell me day 2
that you are a fuckboy?
That you're going to do this fuck shit, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You knew it. Maybe girls should start interviewing past girlfriends and not on no weirdo shit, right? Because a girl could be a hater. But maybe you should just ask anonymously.
Actually, on the way here, I was listening to a podcast and one of the people on the show was yeah, I had a girl ask me oh, so I know you dated this person, like, how was he? And she's like, I just felt a way about it. Like, don't ask me about how shit was with, like, when me and him were together. She's like, get to know the person for yourself. She was like, he could be a completely different way with you than he was with me. Like, just because I tell you, like, how the shit was doesn't mean that it's gonna help you in any sort of way.
I don't agree with that because it's still reference points, right? Like, I was way different with the first boyfriend I ever had in my life than with this one now, right? Mm-hmm. But it's still, there are character things, there are ways about a person that just don't change. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have to be specific to you. Like, I'm not asking how you guys were fucking. I'm asking, like, how was he around the house? Did he remember your birthday? Is he nice to his mom? Like, that kind of shit. Throw me a bone here. Let me know. Am I getting a totally fake version of this person? Mm-hmm. Or you were there for 3 years. Like, what did you see? Is he a psycho? Does he take medication? Like, fucking write me a letter or something. I don't know, bitch. I'm coming to you for like a Yelp review. This could be very objective.
Oh my God, that's what the episode was called.
Yelp
It
review.
was called Give Them a Yelp Review. Like, they were basically saying, like, if someone had to ask you about the person that you dated last, like in a professional setting, like, and the shit ended bad, like, would you give a professional response, or would you, like, be personal about it and be like, no, fuck them. They were a terrible person. They treated me bad, this, that, and the third. You guys have to listen to it on the Friend Zone. I give credit where credit's due. But anywho.
I think this is an interesting topic because we've kind of been in a similar situation. We're going to not use names to protect the innocent, but I once dated someone that once dated somebody that was close to Asha. And if that person had ever come to me like, hey, girl, I'm dating him, maybe you might feel a way about that, but I just want to know, like, some insight, maybe not your personal stuff, and I would have given her the most professional review I could have given at that time. Like, I'm going to give you bullet points. Because specifics about what happened between us isn't going to help you, like old girl was saying on the show. But just bullet points, like, this person is not an effective communicator. This person does not handle stress well. This person is very easily to anger, maybe has a bit of a temper issue. This person kind of puts their friends and their social life above all else. This person is an extreme mama's boy, like, good luck getting in there, girl. And we can handshake and we can walk our separate ways. And you can decide whether you want to keep fucking with him or not. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be like, yeah, he cheated on me. I used to go through his phone, blah, 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 blah. He used to leave me at home, all of this stuff. Like, no, it doesn't make sense because maybe that won't happen to you.
Right.
But you got the bullets now and you know what signs to look out for.
True, but I don't feel like I would ever do that. Like, I don't think I would ever reach out to somebody and be like, hey, like, just, can you give me like a little, can you give me the hoe facts?
Yeah.
The car facts, whatever. Like, just so I can be aware. Like, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. Like, I don't really care what you got to say. I want to get to know this person for myself.
Yeah.
I don't want any, like, preconceived notions about this person that you may have experienced because, like I said, like, the person could be completely different with a different individual. Just like how, like, me and you, we could know, like, the same people or have the same friends, and we could have a completely different relationship with them.
So maybe
or treat this person differently. Like, so why, you know what I mean?
I guess so. Maybe that's what Ariana and Pete are hoping for. They're hoping to be like their new selves in this relationship, and that's why they're jumping in head first. And they're going to go straight to marriage. Fuck the dating. Like, we've dated others. It hasn't gone well.
I feel like that's what older people do. I feel like they, like if someone's, like, in their, like, I don't know, midlife, 50s, 60s or something, they can meet somebody that's great and then they just get married to them. Maybe because they feel like they're going to die soon.
I was going to say, because they have lower expectations. Like,
or they've been
you like
through
bingo? I like bingo. All right. Let's move in together.
Yeah. I mean, like, maybe, like, just keeping it simple. Like,
yeah. But still, you have to be willing to stick that out. And I feel like older people, maybe because they're about to die soon, are much better at doing that. Where when you're young, you're like, he did that. And then you, like, talk to your friends like, I wouldn't take that. Yeah, I wouldn't take that. And then you're like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, listen, I think the whole telling your friend shit doesn't help. I've gathered.
You just can't. Even no matter how badly you want to vent and, like, talk about it.
In certain situations. I feel like in the dating process or when you're getting to know somebody, it's fine.
Yeah.
But then when you get to a certain level, it's like, all right, mouth shut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, who else are you going to talk to about it? In the beginning,
That's true. What I found in my specific situation is like the more the time went on, I could kind of go to my friends less because they couldn't relate to the situation that we were in. So it's not like they were trying to give me bad advice. It was just bad advice because they didn't have the experience to give me like good enough advice to apply to this.
Right.
So now I try to talk to people like in a similar situation. So I may go to a married person, whether I know them or not, and like just lay out the situation and be unbiased. Like I'm not going to tell them what he said or what I said, but just like, hey, if you were in the situation, like, do you think that I was wrong for like reacting this way, or would you have reacted this way, or what do you think I could have done to change this, or do you think it's like he needs to do something? And so far, married people have been very blunt and very honest with me about that kind of stuff, and it's helped me a lot more than
Well, yeah, because they can relate.
whereas
You wouldn't come to me for advice and I'm like single, you know what I mean?
like on certain things, yeah, but like if it's a real problem and maybe you haven't gone through it, I'm not coming to you because I don't think you could help. It's just that you haven't been through it yet. So what could you say? Like I need some advice from somebody who's like been in the surgery room and is fucking taking out the heart. Like,
Right.
how do I do this? What are the steps? And more so for me because I don't really have any examples of a positive relationship. Like my parents aren't together. My grandparents were together forever, but they fought all the time. And like my grandpa died and now my grandma's super lonely. Like she hasn't remarried and it's been almost 16 years.
Right.
So it's like I don't have any people close to me that I could go to, so I have to seek out others. And yeah, like it may or may not help, but like I hope y'all too got some marriage counselors on deck because you're gonna need them.
Yeah, y'all are going to need something besides the good sex you're having, clearly.
Yeah, because that gets old too, and I don't think people our age really take that seriously. Like sex is super fun and it's super important now because we're young and we have like these bodies and we look the way they look. Later in life, it's gonna become less and less and less important.
Attractive. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm at a point too where I'm just like, I want to like miss the person, not necessarily what we did. Well, both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to miss both, but I want to miss the person more so. Like, and I feel like you're supposed to have like some sort of a bond or a friendship, like when you dive into some shit like that, right?
Yeah, it just makes things easier for me, in my opinion, because like I said, I've been with the same person for a long time. So when things have gotten hard, it's kind of hard, especially as a woman, it's hard to see the person as like not your boyfriend or not your husband or whatever. Just see them as a person. And that sometimes makes things harder in a relationship or worse. But I feel like because of us like being friends first, when some fucked up stuff happens, I kind of put him over there like, oh, okay. I'm super pissed off at you like as a girlfriend. But as my friend, I really understand what you're going through. Like I would want somebody to, you know, do the same thing that you're asking me to do. And there's a little bit more empathy there.
Right.
But like, if we didn't have that, I'd be like, nigga, what's going on? You're not living up to my like boyfriend, potential husband standards, and I don't fucking need this. But it's like, ah, now you're the homie, you having a fucked up day. Players fuck up. It's all right.
Right. And give them that friendship that they might need
like
in that moment, or space that they need in that
Yeah,
moment.
like you got until Friday to patch this attitude you got up. Okay?
Got a time limit.
You got to do something because ain't nothing forever.
Oh, God. Well, guys, I think we're out of time for today.
Yeah.
But send us, this could be fun, send us like an email or a DM on our Instagram about a time where you thought you were in love.
Ooh.
And the shit didn't play out the way that you think it will. We'll keep everything completely anonymous. But
Give us details, though. I want to know.
Yeah, me too. Bitch, me too.
And I'm going to read the stories very dramatically, like in the most dramatic voice I can.
Exactly.
Like Keisha wants Thomas, like Maury style.
We'll give names, fake names
Yeah,
too.
fake names.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks guys for listening. We're out.
Bye.